Hi everybody, this is Noelle at Petitti Garden Centers, and we are standing amongst the coral bells, or you may call them heuchera, whatever you like. And so we're going to talk all about heuchera today. And this is a great plant in Northeast Ohio. A lot of diversity, as you can see, in color and flowering, and also just in shape in the landscape. And we can throw them just about anywhere. So let's start about what light levels they like. Believe it or not, most of your coral bells work very well in full sun to full shade. So you can plant them anywhere in between as well. I do want to tell you that the lighter the foliage is, usually means the more that they could get burned or have a burn potential. So if you're going to put them in the full sun and they're a light yellow color or like a chartreuse green color, make sure you keep that area moist, okay? Well drained and moist. So that goes to my next point. As far as soil conditions are concerned, drainage is key. And I say this about a lot of plant material, but well-drained soil is really key here for the coral bells. They have very shallow root systems, so if you plant them in heavy clay soil, they'll just work themselves out of that clay soil and kind of end up growing on top of the ground. You don't necessarily want that to happen. So make sure that you have a well-drained soil, something that's been amended with organic matter. So again, that can be compost, planting mix, whatever you have on hand. Go ahead and amend your existing clay soil and then plant them, okay? Other than that, they do like well-drained but moist soil, so moisture is not going to bother them. Drought, do be careful. Again, the drier, the more apt they will to burn and get a little bit crusty on the foliage, so do keep that in mind. A lot of the different coral bells really, doesn't matter what color, what variety, they want neutral soil. So avoid the acidic conditions, underneath evergreens, that type of thing. I wouldn't necessarily recommend them there. And definitely provide them with a neutral fertilizer, something like Plant Tone or Osmocote, twice a year, usually spring and then midsummer, and they're basically ready to go from there, okay? They all bloom. Some people enjoy their flower escapes, some people don't, kind of like Hosta. So it's really up to you, whatever your prerogative is. But I will tell you that coral bell blooming, no matter what time of year that they're blooming, those flowers are fantastic as a cut flower. Believe it or not, they will last in a vase for 2, 3, 4 weeks sometimes, okay? They are also a really good pollinator attractant, especially in shade gardens. If you have them planted in the shadier areas where you don't have a lot of flowering going on, coral bells are going to be one of those plants that can bring in the pollinators for you. So do keep that in mind with the flowering. Foliage-wise, as you can see, lots of different scalloped shapes, heart shapes, veining, mottling, all different colors. So again, whatever you prefer is great and will work with your color scheme in your garden, okay? There's one thing that I do want to show you here. This is kind of a neat combination, if you will. This is what we call a Hookerella, which is a coral bell bred with a foam flower, okay? Foam flowers are native to Ohio. They do very, very well in the shade, but when you put the two together, you can put them in a lot of different areas. They obviously are earlier bloomers. This is Pink Revolution. Beautiful green foliage with kind of a dark bronze vein to it, and then beautiful flowering. So again, keep in mind, Hookerella might suit what you're doing out in the landscape. Okay, all these different colors, Taylor has made a quiz for me, so I'm going to kind of point out some of the different colors for you. So on the far side, that dark purple is actually called Black Pearl, okay? Beautiful, very kind of glossy foliage, very nice. Right next to it is Obsidian. This is one of the best dark leaf varieties out there because it is non-fading. Has a little bit of a burgundy underside to it, but really pretty. Okay, I have to tell you this because it's interesting to me. A sport of Obsidian was actually this one called Midnight Rose. Midnight Rose has that unique mottled leaf to it. So it's dark purple and sort of bronze and a deep rose color. Really cool. Very, very interesting. In between here, we have what we call Wild Rose. This is Primo Wild Rose. This is a PW variety. So is Black Pearl, okay? I have caramel. I love the caramel colored coral bells. They just look so different between your purples and your chartreuse greens and yellows because you see this combination a lot in the landscape. You don't necessarily see this color a lot in the landscape. So it's nice to bring in that caramel color. I also have this beautiful red here. So this is Forever Red. This is a new one. You'll often find new varieties in this bright blue pot. So Forever Red is going to be nice and compact. Little white coral bells, if you will, or just bell flowers. And this is actually an extension to Forever Purple. And we love this coral bell too. Again, just a really deep, dark purple color, eggplant purple all season long. So again, depending on what colors you're looking for, there's really a coral bell for it. I've got Plum Pudding in the back, which is a nice silvery cast to it with a purple underside. So that's kind of neat if you're looking for a little bit more brighter color or reflective color in the shade. I also have, oh, I lost it, Electric Lime here. Now look at these big leaves. Electric Lime has a nice fuzzy leaf. To us, that's because it's been bred with another type of coral bell. It's called a Velosa, coral bell Velosa species. And so this makes this, if you feel the coral bells and you feel that fuzziness, that helps a little bit increase the deer resistance. Otherwise, protect your coral bells, okay? They will nibble on them. And then this last one here is Grande Amethyst, beautiful ruffled foliage, very large. This is gonna be a bigger size coral bell as well, probably about 24 inches in width, so nice larger mounds. So again, depending on what color you're looking for, the coral bells can give you color all season long in the full sun to full shade or anywhere in between. Provide that flowering for your pollinators and also for cut flower arrangements, and you'll love them. Enjoy.